today. So before we start, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Maria Mirza and I will be interviewing for today. So can you tell me about yourself?
Waalaikumsalam, sure. First thing first, my name is Akif Muklis. I like to play football during weekend.
So why do you think you can fit this job?
I think I will perfectly fit in this job because during my diploma session, I was studying public administration.
So before we begin, this interview will focus on your understanding of government and public administration because the position you're applying will require basic knowledge in civil service, ministry and also our system of government. So I'll be asking a few questions related to the function of civil service, and this question will help us see how well you understand how government works. So the first question is, do you know how the function of civil service?
First thing, I would like to briefly explain about the civil service function and public administration. Before I continue, it is important to understand between civil service and public administration are closely linked. This can be proved by administration provide the principles, rules and management methods, while civil service is the workforce that put those ideas into the action. In simple terms, public administration decides how things can be done, while civil service is the one that ensure that things will get done properly. Okay, from my point of view, civil service is one of the backbone of a government operation. This means that they must ensure all the government policies are carried out efficiently and deliver essential service to citizens. For instance, if you want to renew our IC at the JPN or getting a treatment at the government clinics, this can be possible by the members of the civil service. Okay, next we move to the public administration. I think public administration is focusing on how government activities are managed. This involve planning, organizing, implementing, and ensure government responsible is toward the people needs. For example, if the local council want to make a regulation about the traffic congestion, they can make a bills to the parliaments and proceed with questions. So to end this, I think civil service is one of the machinery, while the public administration is the one who leads the machinery. That's all from me.
Alright, thank you so much for your information. I'll get back to my team and see if you fit for this job, and I'll email you about it.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Today. So can you tell me about yourself?
Sure. My name is Adriana Fatima. About myself, I love to reading, I love to listen to music, and I love writing.
That's amazing. So why do you think you can fit this job?
I think I can fit this job because I just graduated from degree from public administration. So I feel like I know a lot about the government. So yeah.
I see. So before we begin, this interview will focus on your understanding of the government and public administration because the position that you're applying for require basic knowledge in civil service, ministries and also our government, our system government. So this question will help us see how well you understand how government works. So the first question would be, do you know how the ministry and portfolio in the ministry cabinet?
Yes, so from what I know, our Malaysian cabinet is led by our 10th Prime Minister, which is Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim. They are here to implementing the law and ensuring that our government is working efficiently, and it acts as the highest decision making in our executive branch. So I know a lot of our ministry in our government. The first one that I know is Ministry of Finance. Ministry of Finance is conducted by our Prime Minister itself, which is Dato' Sri Anwar Ibrahim. It is responsible for our government in budgeting, in everything about financial. So it helped to manage our financial in our government, and it developed guidance for public sector in taxations or financial, anything about financial. Next is Ministry of Education, which are conducted by our Fadila binti Siddiq, our head of the Ministry of Education. It oversees the education based on from preschool until higher education. So it's already made a lot of policies, such as the digital nation policies, the national education policies, or the Malaysian education blueprint policies. So next is Ministry of Health, which are conducted by Dato' Sri Dr. Zulkifli Ahmad. So basically, Ministry of Health will focus on improving the citizens' life, improving the citizen health, and promote a healthy lifestyle to us, like the citizens. And it operates based on professionalism, teamwork, and respect. Okay, I think that's all from me.
Alright, thank you so much for your knowledge and sharing. So I'll be emailing to you later about the job. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time.
Zahira.
Have a seat. Assalamualaikum and hi, thank you for coming today. So can you tell me about yourself?
Okay, salam miss. Here is my resume. So first thing first, my name is Siti Zahira. I hold a master from University Malaya in Human Resource Management. And my hobby is reading and doing some research and study about politics and governance.
I see. So why do you think you can fit this job?
In my opinion, why I think I can fit this job because I have the capability and credibility to perform this job.
I see. So before we began, this interview will focus on your understanding of government and public administration, because the position you're applying for requires basic knowledge in civil service, ministries, and also our government system. So what do you think the difference between parliamentary and also presidential system?
Okay, so the form of government is defined as a state, how the state is organized and governed, including the distribution of powers and the principles that outline in an authoritative document like constitutions. So presidential and parliamentary system is a major forms of government that can show how clearly executive and legislative related and functions in the government. So the first differences is the head of state and the head of government. In parliamentary system, the head of the state separate with the head of the government. For example, in Malaysia, the head of state is the king, which is Sultan Ibrahim Ibn Almarhum Sultan Iskandar, and the head of government is the prime minister, which is Dato' Sri Anwar Ibrahim. So the head of state will perform the ceremonial role. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister will lead the executive branch. In contrast with the presidential system, the President will serve as both the head of state and the head of the government. As the head of state, the President will perform the ceremonial role and symbolic duties. Meanwhile, for the head of government, the President will lead the executive branch.
So what about executive and legislative relationship between these two systems?
Alright. First, the executive and legislative relationship is important in the country to ensure the efficient governance and also political stability. So in parliamentary system, the executive and legislative relationship is closely related and interdependent. The executive consists Prime Minister and Cabinet Ministers who responsible to the law. And this means that the executive members is also the members of the parliament that will remain in the office as long as they had the confidence from majority in the parliament. Meanwhile, for the presidential systems, the executive and legislative relationship is independently function, where each body have a function independently and supervise each other, that forming the mechanism of check and balance.
I see. Alright. Thank you so much for the information. So I'll get back to you later through email and in case you have some. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
So to sum up, we learned that civil service is the backbone of the government, providing stability, professional and maturity. Ministers lead their portfolio but rely on civil servant to operate policy. Finally, the type of government system, the parliamentary and also president system, shape how this relationship works. So thank you so much for your time and thank you for joining this interview session. The result will came through your email between 2 to 3 working days. So that's all from me.
Alright.
Alright.
Thank you.
There's a problem.
Don't forget
To like,